Hey, this is Rich Campy. Wow, so some tips and technology to work at home. Honestly, I think all you really need is an iPad and just a place to sit, right? That's what's so great about it. You can go even to a coffee shop to mix it up a little bit, kitchen table. I sometimes like to move around different environments to work from, but having a set place that you can work, I think, is definitely valuable. But what do you really need? An iPad. That's it, right? This thing folds up, it's small, and that's it. So that's the simple way. I do recommend a few other things with it that can be helpful, because if you're doing live meetings like Zoom, having a second laptop or an iPad is really helpful, because on one you can be online and videoing, and on the other one you can be taking notes, you can be checking correspondence, things like that, emails, things that are relative to the call, not other things like check emails that you're focused on that when you should be on the call and fully present. But it is helpful, I find, when we're using our platform or we're using resources, things I might want to pull up or grab, and specifically to take notes. Okay, so take notes. Here, I like having a pen because you can actually draw and take things, and even have programs now that convert the writing into text. So that's an option. And then I like to have the trusty earbuds. That just helps to keep the information to me. Like sometimes there's outside noise, I can stay a lot more focused. So one iPad, that's really it. But if you add another one, that's helpful. And then some earbuds. So let's take a look at my home office or virtual office and see what that looks like. Are you ready? Let's go. All right. So now we're in virtual office land, and this is the command center. All right. So what I find here is that having 3 screens for me, now this might be overkill, 3 screens, but I have really found it to be extremely beneficial. And look at this, I don't know what type this is, maybe I'll put that in the notes somewhere, but I don't endorse any of these products, I don't get paid by any of them. I just found that this 3 screen setup, I've tried many of them, that one seems to be the best option. And then I have a wireless mouse and a wireless keypad, because I may need to move from place to place as we're going. This is a Logitech video conferencing cam, and I've tried lots of these too. I found that one to be the most beneficial because it has the ability to swivel with the remote control, go up and down, focus in and out, all these things. So that's big. I use an Apple product, so this is my MacBook Pro. I've had it docked in here pretty much non-stop for at least a couple years probably. I usually just bring my iPads now. And then this is a docking station you can actually get for the iPad Pro or the iPad, the Mac products, and it's pretty helpful. This here is my mic, so if I'm doing like podcasts or I'm in the zone and maybe something, I have a lot of redundancy here. So if things go out, which technology, things can go out. So I plan in advance for things to go out. And I'm usually about 3-fold redundant in my systems. So if one thing goes out, I have a backup. If the internet goes down, I have 2 backup systems to that. If a screen goes down, I have backups to that. If a computer goes down, I have backup to that, right? So if a mic goes down, I like to have 3, so there you go, now that just went down. If something does go down along the way, you wanna be prepared for that, right? Because you don't wanna be in a situation where then you can't, get stuff done. So this is the mic setup. A few other things that are key here that I found, this is the Jabra setup right here. And so if my headphones go down, I usually have 3 sets of earbuds, but this Jabra system is great because it'll work right with your internet, and it covers both ears at the same time. So I can put this on and it helps to clear the noise around me, and I can stay really focused. So I find that to be really valuable. You can toggle between using this with your Zoom system or your video system, and then go right to a phone call if you want to just make a phone call on that. So that's completely wireless and Bluetooth. This is also nice. I know Coach Matt was big on this, but this is a desk that goes up and down. I will usually rotate throughout my day between standing and sitting, and I like to have the freedom and the flexibility to move around and to stretch out, because just sitting that long at a time and not walking around, you can really mess up your back and things like that. So I really like having this option. A few other things, I've got my Cyber battery system down there. I know I got some cords all over. I gotta really straighten those out a little bit. But the Cyber battery backup is key. So if the power goes out at the house, or, you know, being virtual, it just pops right, it takes over, and I can still operate fully functioning, except my internet goes down. When the internet goes down, I switch to my hotspot on my phone. And then here's an interesting piece too. So this is, I've looked at a lot of cases out there like for backdrops, and I think this is the best one because it's a green screen, and look how it just pops up. So you can, what you can do with this is go virtual. So you can have a few logos of your company in the background, you can have client logos, and you can take a picture of that and pop it in the back while you're on video conferencing. It helps to eliminate, I think, kind of the noise in the background if you have bookcases or you're in a family room. And the nice thing about this is you just pop it down and you're done. So a lot of other systems that are out there, you have to put poles behind them, and it's just a pain. They're made of fabric. This is the one I found to be the best overall. So that's just a few things there that I thought would be helpful to utilize along the way, and enjoy some of those little tips. That's maybe from a simple perspective all the way to the full Monty. Have a great one.